thug life Tamil film teaser that teases the caste Hindus till they lose control and destroy themselves. அப்படியா? அப்புறம் remember Vadivelu's popular comedy. இப்படி உசுப்பேத்தி உசுப்பேத்தியே உடம்பெல்லாம் ரணகளா ஆக்கிட்டாங்கய்யா. That is, by tickling me, kindling my pride, banking heavily on my megalomania, whipping up my emotions to fever pitch, and inciting conflict and violence, I am now left licking my grievous wounds after a ferocious street dog fight. Got it? Neel Kamal, I can see through the double game, double whammy, and double crossing by you and your Palgat lot because I am free. I am free of identity. If I espoused a Nayakar or Naidu identity, being born into a Nayakar household, and felt strongly about it, then I am a easy and ready prey because I easily and readily give a handle to Neel Kamal and his Palgad gang. A handle like a handle to a function in software programming, which is an entry point to a software function that a programmer or an exploiter like Neel Kamal and his Palgad gang can use to manipulate me any way they want and leave me licking my grievous wounds after a ferocious street dog fight like Vadivelu's popular comedy. The film's Nayagan, Devar Magan, and Virumandi betray the double game, double whammy, and double crossing because their idea and purpose is to kindle caste feeling, banking heavily on caste pride, whip up the emotions to fever pitch, pit the subcastes of the Devar community against each other, with each one against the other's throat, making them cut their throats and destroy each other, or pit Nayakar or Naidu community against Reddy in Nayagan, or worse still, different Tamil castes against each other in Virumandi, who ultimately destroy each other, leaving the Brahmins unscathed and triumphant, without broken teeth, broken noses, or broken bones. Brilliant, isn't it, by Neel Kamal and his Palghat lot? Neel Kamal, that is why I said I am not a criminal, but a Marava, Pargavakulam, Nayakar, or all-in-all warrior, all-in-all warrior, or samurai, and not a yakuza, because I easily saw through your double game and double whammy. Again I asked, are you teaching a lion how to hunt? I bet my bottom dollar that you didn't get the import of that question. I meant Bruce Lee's it that he mentions in Enter the Dragon. When there is an opportunity, I don't hit. It hits all by itself. And there is no opponent because the me, the I, the self, or the Atman does not exist. Therefore, there is no observer effect or the observed, which is the opponent. The opponent is an observer effect. The observer is the response of the self when there is an event as described in the theories of relativity. There is no observer per se. You only feel the interference of the observer, Jiddu Krishnamurti says. Just as thought is the response of memory, And if you had no memory, you cannot think. The observer is the response of the self to an event, as in relativity. And if you had no self, then there is no response as the observer, and therefore there is no opponent, which is but an observer effect. The self or the Atman is the warehouse of all your conditioning or programming, and the contents of the warehouse is the warehouse itself, which means there is no shell or container that contains as separate from the contents and of independent existence. Neel, Kamal, and your Palgot lot, if there is no opponent, then show me the fight. Where is the fight, my delicate darlings? Where is the fight? That is why Bruce Lee says there is only play and no fight or conflict. There is only play and no fight or conflict. Neel, Kamal, your Palgot lot, and the rest of your similar lot don't know what you are up against and dealing with. You all You all take us for the rabble and riffraff who occupy the front benches or rows in the theatres that screen your films. You, your lot, and your unique bourgeois and crass themes and stupid hidden motives appeal to and stupefy only that strata of society that you and the bulk of your fans come from. Because I am free, I see nothing in you and your lot that is worth it. I can deal with and take down in one go every shade of blue, yellow, and white that make up Neel, Kamal and his lot.